Hey y'all, so I thank you for coming to hear my testimony on how the Lord's changed my life. For starters, I grew up going to church. I loved going to church. I went with my grandmother growing up. And growing up, I was bullied. I was talked about. I never felt like I belonged anywhere. I didn't feel like I belonged in my family and my friend group. I just always felt so different than everyone, and I never felt like anyone really understood me. And so slowly over the years, I began to just kind of draw away from people. I became very fearful, very depressed, very anxious. I was very lost and confused. When I was younger, I had some things happen to me that kind of opened me up to exploring into sexual sins such as pornography and masturbation. I basically became addicted to the two. And so throughout my years, I dealt with that alongside everything else. I just felt very ashamed of like how my life was, who I was, and I decided I needed a change in my life. I was like, Lord, the way my life is just not working. And so throughout this time, I just kept getting emails from this one organization, ISI Ministries, and it was just an email that they sent out inviting people to services. So one day I decided I'm going to respond to it, and I was just like, hi, how are y'all? I just wanted to know a little bit more about you guys. And so she invited me to the next service, which was on a Monday. Earlier that day, on that Monday, I remember experiencing like a very bad situation. And I was just like, I don't even know if I want to go. Like, I'm so upset right now. And so then just being there in that worship, and I was like, I'm still so angry about earlier. Like, I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at my parents. I'm angry at my whole family. I'm angry at just the world for not accepting me. And so throughout all of that, me sitting there contemplating all these things, someone goes up to the front and they're like, I just feel a lot of anger in the room. Like someone is mad, whether it's at family members or you're mad at yourself. And she was just like, if this is you, the Lord is saying, let it go. Just come to the altar and let go of that anger. And so worship started again, and I felt like that I needed to go. Like I knew she was talking about me, but I was just like, I don't know if I want to go. And I just kept feeling like this nudge, like something like pushing me, like you need to go. So finally I decided to go. And as soon as I fell on my knees, the Lord just overcame me, and he was just like, let it go and be free. And I just remember just bawling my eyes out, just crying out to the Lord. Like I just always felt so empty, like, Lord, please just help me. I don't know what I'm doing. And before that moment, I hadn't prayed in forever. So after that day, the peace that I felt at that altar has just been life transforming for me. And so it's been a year now, and I've spent my life this past year just waking up every day saying, Lord, I choose you. I choose to serve you. I choose your love. I choose your happiness. I choose the peace that you give me. I choose your joy. And a few months afterwards, I felt on my heart again songwriting and singing. And so I decided that I was going to write a song about just that moment where God changed my life at that altar.
I was a puppet in a world of sin. I had consumed myself with feeling, lost sight of myself in the process. The lust, fear, and anger controlled me. I was always steaming with anxiety. I didn't want to admit I was broken. For my own body I didn't know, and my own smile I didn't know. Just using it all, trying to belong. And so many nights I cried myself to sleep, almost gave up on life, it was scary. Then came a night when you spoke to me, and I didn't know what I was missing. Now I know, because to the altar you called me. That's where I fell on my knees, told the anger to part from me. And at the altar you broke my chains, and now I sing of your amazing grace. I told anxiety and the altar's where you saved me.
Well, when the enemy saw that I was back songwriting and using the gifts God gave me, every time something good happens, that's what the enemy does. He tries to send people to tear me down. And so I just have to remember that if God is for me, how can they be against me? That God can take the most broken and ashamed people and just transform them into a living testimony for His glory, for His kingdom, and to just transform your life and help you see the purpose that He's called you to. So I just want to say I love you guys, and God bless you.